to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies. I'm coming for it all.
He's not going to stop.
Then you make him.
Their shoulders.
Talk about a 1-2 punch. Michael B. Jordan is not only starring in Creed 3, which is out today, he also directed the 9th film in the Rocky franchise. So will the film deliver a knockout at the box office? Guess who's here? I love my Fridays with Eli.
Hello, Hannah.
Hello. I don't know why it turned into a song,
Okay.
but it
Boxing
just did.
musical, that could be a thing. We haven't had that yet.
Exactly. Okay, Eli, where does the story of Creed 3 pick up?
So this is number 3. We catch up with Adonis, son of the famous opponent to Rocky, Apollo Creed. Adonis is, Hannah, at the top of the world. I mean, there he is. He's been the champ. He's beaten everyone that needed to be beaten. He's got the life. He's got the wife. He's got the perfect LA home, the infinity pool, the perfect view of the city, his gorgeous, wonderful wife, Bianca, played by the wonderful Tessa Thompson. He's got a daughter named Amara. He's retired. He's training boxers. He's enjoying himself. And then what happens? You saw a hint, but I'm going to give you a closer look. Steps out of the gym that he's running now that he's retired. And there's some guy in a hoodie leaning against his Rolls Royce. Take a look.
Then maybe you do that.
Hey, my man, can I help you?
Let me get an autograph.
Nah, I ain't signing no autographs, but you get off my car.
You don't remember me, huh?
Damien. How long were you locked up?
18 years, bro.
Jonathan Majors, couple weeks ago, talking about him as the supervillain Kang in the Ant-Man film. Now here he is back playing Damien, someone who was locked away for 18 years. Majors is Major. He has this presence. He can have this kind of childlike innocence at times, this vulnerability, but then he has that armor, that mask that he puts on with this resentment and aggression and the power, and that is what's happening there, where he wants to see Adonis. He wants Adonis's life. He thinks he should have had a shot. He was a great boxer before he got locked away. So what does Adonis do? He gives him a job in the gym. Interesting.
So for most boxing films, Eli, there's always something deeper under all those punches. You're kind of hinting to it there. What do you think Creed 3 is trying to explore here?
I think there's some fascinating parallels here, because you look at Michael B. Jordan. He just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Incredibly talented actor. Think of him as Killmonger in the Black Panther film. And yet in interviews, he has said that he still feels like he has something to prove. So what is he doing? He has taken a risk. He's going behind the camera for this major feature film debut. And that is the same as what we see with Adonis. In the beginning of the film, he's not hitting people anymore. He's trying to evolve. He's trying to grow. He's trying to work on himself and his relationships. But then it's the appearance of Damien, which brings him back to childhood trauma. And so the issues at the heart about, like, how do men deal with the rage, with the resentment, with the anger. Now, where I do think the movie lacks a little bit of fancy footwork is when it comes to the women's stories. You look at Bianca, played by Tessa Thompson, who's amazing. There's a subplot there about she was a musician, she's had hearing loss, she's not satisfied. They don't really follow that through. There's the daughter, Amara, who's deaf, who's been in fights in school. And there's a question of, oh, should we teach her how to box? Or maybe we should teach her how to de-escalate. I think there's a more nuanced version of this film that actually looks at aggression. But then, you know, they remember while we're here and we get moments like this.
I'm just getting started, little brother.
I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies.
I'm coming for it all.
He's not going to stop.
Then you make him.
Then you make, it's not a talking film, Hannah, it's a boxing film. So improbably, somehow, the ex-con and the retired champ, of course, back in the ring. Cue one of the best things ever, training montage. Gotta have him running on the beach, never hurts.
Up the stairs.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a boxing film, Creed really has a lot to live up to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's such a rich cinematic genre of boxing movies, and how are you as a director going to put your stamp on those pivotal, iconic moments in the ring? Now, Jordan is interesting as a director. I think he's not a showboat. He has his own style. He loves a good close-up, and so a lot of this is kind of classic cinematography. But for the boxing itself, Jordan has talked about being influenced by Japanese anime. So think of something like Dragon Ball Z, and there are are moments where it switches into what I would call boxer vision, where it really puts you in the boxer's kind of mind frame, where you see, oh, maybe the shoulder is weak, maybe you're going to go for the side, a punch for the ribs, and it even gets more expressive, where sometimes everything disappears and it's just Damien and Adonis. But I think the reason we're still watching Creed so many years after Rocky, which started in '76, so it has been a while, is there is at its best an elemental power to this thing that Michael B. Jordan calls a violent ballet. And of course, those classic moments, which I adore, when you go to that man in the corner who is part preacher, part therapist, part coach, and he gives you the words.
I need you to let go of your fear. Let go of the guilt. Let go of whatever was and walk into what is.
I feel those chains are breaking, yeah. I fear God, I don't fear death. I see those streets and take a step.
There you go. Let go of whatever was and walk into what is. That guy's a beat poet. That's fantastic. So there you go. This movie is not a knockout, but really promising start from an amazing new filmmaker and a great actor. 3.5 stars out of 5.
3.5. I don't know, Eli. I don't know. I liked Rocky, but this one, it just doesn't seem to grab me just yet.
Maybe you needed Stallone. Maybe you needed Stallone to come back, because he does not show up in this one. So, but I would say give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's
all right. I trust you. Thanks, Eli.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure.